Yes, sir. Go that.
It's Week 15 of the National Football League. All eyes are on Jamar Chase. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Bengals and the Ravens under the lights on Sunday night.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This taken in right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
It's just set.
He finds his man, complete. That's man. And he'll be out right at the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bunch. It's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Burrow will throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup of 38.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This offense, Charles, well, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. folks remember they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, it was something like 4 of their last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
They'll try and run for it with Evans. And he is going to have the Bengals first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Burrow now off the bootleg. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with career touchdown number 162, tying him with LaDainian Tomlinson for 3rd place all time. And the Bengals are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this.
After review of the play.
So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 18 carries, 90 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Jackson. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it. It's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Look at this Baltimore defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
They'll try and run for this with Evans. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. This offense, #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Chase, the motion man right. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. Finding space at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On second down, Evans looking for space. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
11,
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And his throw here's incomplete.
Offense was moving them a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
11, Thomas.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. And this one is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
They'll run here with Evans. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Chris Evans, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was finished off by Chris Evans' touchdown run.
Kevin McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. 2nd from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively.
Taking it right down Broadway. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So the ball changing hands on the interception. But meanwhile here, we do have an injury on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. On the move past the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. A big play there for Cincinnati. 49 yards.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Evans has it left side. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On 2nd down, a run with Evans. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That 2nd down run, a big help, as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, here's Evans. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8.
47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
11.
Now it's Burrow.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this 1st quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass.
On the screen, this is Evans.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Chris Evans.
His 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 21-0.
21. Ravens nothing. McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Ravens offense back out there. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Irv Smith Jr. with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 28-0.
McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Things unfortunately continuing to implode here. The interception he threw on the previous drive, of course, led to the touchdown. And that deficit widening a little bit further. 1st and 10.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Jackson to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Looking to throw. And he's going to go down again. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really? Should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They start the drive with Evans. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Gun. What is that?
Here's Burrow. His throw incomplete.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught, and he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Here we go.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run by Evans. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
They'll stay on the ground. Evans again. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
11. Done.
On 3rd down, it's Evans. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. 2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Done.
Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Straight ahead, it's Evans.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Right, Eddy. Right, hot.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 36. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Evans running, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now it's Burrow. And this one's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Yards to go.
Now Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Right, Eddy. Right, hot.
Out of the gun, a give to Evans.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank. Stop. Stop.
Now back to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
On one, ready?
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And this one complete to Smith. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
McPherson's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Now Jackson. That'll be taken in by Flowers. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one at this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. 2nd and 7.
White 80. White shot.
He finds his man, complete. That's man. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Let's get set.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank.
They'll try and run for it with Evans. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. All fumbles are costly, but that one really hurts because he had the first down.
Yeah, that's all he needed, right? But the problem is we coach these guys to try.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the...
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
They'll run out of the gun with Evans. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Evans. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run on first down with Evans. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's Brown on second down.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Here we go.
So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here.
Right, Eddy. Right, up. Stop.
Burrow will throw. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. But they also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now Burrow going to change things up. From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. Touchdown! Jamar Chase with career touchdown number 163. That moves him past LT and into 3rd place all time. And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field.
And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lot.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Ravens 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
On second down, Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And Jackson throwing once more. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
No, we changed it.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson, and it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty, and the Bengals will get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
11.
Burrow looking to pass. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
Here we go.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They'll roll him out right. Crossing route incomplete. He's got Pitts. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance.
On one, ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Chase Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards. First down.
First down.
13.
Again, Jackson will keep it.
And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
To throw is Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 32. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
And he is going to have a Ravens first down. They go for it on 4th and 2, and it's a gain of 6.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Jackson on first down. He'll find Bateman once more.
And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman
26 yards.
And the Ravens are able to at least get one score back.
Tucker with the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 24.
11. Stop.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Stop.
From the gun, a give to Brown. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Thomas. Stop.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here we go.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Right back to Brown. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
On 2nd down, Burrow trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start by running the option to the lane. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now they had stopped him for a loss on the... So they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Now Jackson.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Just what they needed, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
He's got a man complete. A big play there for Cincinnati. 52 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
Here we go.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
What is that?
An inside give, Brown. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Dot.
Another run for Brown on second down.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Right? Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Jackson on first down. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chidobe-Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They defer to Brown to start the drive.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. They work now on 2nd and 9.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle.
Here we go.
Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11 MT, 11 MT. Dot.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Dot. Dot.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I loved one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Now Burrow on first down. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They go play action now. Jackson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on third down, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another fourth down.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting it, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
11 MT tank. God.
Here's Burrow. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. This is Brown going up the middle. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Turtle shot.
They go right back to the ground here in Brown. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Handing it off to Brown. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On the handoff, this is Brown. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
12.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. At this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's got it reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Evans is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Evans. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Chris Evans, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And McPherson on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was finished off by Chris Evans' touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And now here come the Ravens. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
DC, ready?
Now it's Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Jackson's pass.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
Here we go.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Burrow. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll run here with Evans. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Ravens' 2-yard line.
The quick throw by Burrow is complete. Touchdown, Bengals. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are closing in on a 14-0 record as they extend their lead. McPherson on for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Evans running straight ahead. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
13 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd down at the 41-yard line.
Here we go.
From the 41, here's 2nd down at 7.
11, mighty.
Burrow looking to pass. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Burrow will throw. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Evans. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Chris Evans
A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's Jackson.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. DJ Chark, 70 yards.
And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's now 4th down.
12. Stop.
Burrow going for it on 4th.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1.
Stop.
Out of the gun, a give to Evans.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven that needed some assistance. Here's 2nd and 10.
11. Stop.
Again, a run with Evans.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now it's Burrow. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27.
And from the shotgun, he'll throw.
Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 4.
Jackson. And Shark hauls it in. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Second and a couple.
Jackson now.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's good for a Baltimore Ravens.
Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 35 yards.
And the Ravens are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Tucker with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
Now the Bengals going to use the first. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Short throw to Smith. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 31 yard
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard.
Now Burrow. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He'll flip this out to Evans. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw again. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Evans.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and 2.
Evans again.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Chris Evans
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Bengals add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense for the Ravens returns to the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now Jackson on 2nd down.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Now Brown. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. They'll begin on the ground with Evans.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Gotta go.
Here's Burrow.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And out across midfield down to the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Here we go.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Now it's Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Burrow looking to pass.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
McPherson now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Burrow will throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Bengals, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, their playoff hopes take a hit.
Back in my ways, missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby, trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people.